Welcome back, Duelists. Casual Duelist here yet again. And this time we're going to be doing the test hands for the Zombie World deck that I debuted yesterday for you guys. Now, it was sort of a cookie cutter build. It was meant for you guys to just go ahead and try to explore the deck yourself while giving you guys as best a foundation as I possibly could. And I promised to do real test hands this time instead of whatever, like just talking over like the basic strategies. The other day I was real tired when I did that, and I feel like the quality of that video just wasn't where it was supposed to be. And so I'm gonna shuffle this up, and we're gonna see if I have to retape this or if we get a good going hand. And again, I'll do one for going first, we'll do one for going second, and I'll decide which one's which first based on which hand I get. So we're going to go ahead, cut the deck, and we're going to go ahead and start to draw. So again, there are some really good starters in this deck, and there's usually like a 3 or 4 card hand thing I like to see. Like, this is okay. That's my favorite starter. I can work with Necro World Banshee in hand. Super Poly's fine. And Mizuki. Okay, so let's say this is to go first, because honestly, I think we could do everything we want to do here right now. So the first move would be to summon our Unizombie. And then if you remember Unizombie's effect, we can target a face-up monster on the field, discard a card, increase the card by level by 1. So we're going to discard Banshee in order to play Unizombie. To create it to a level 4. So now that this is in a discard pile, we can banish this from our field or graveyard and activate Zombie World directly from hand or deck. Now, I want it from the deck, clearly, because I didn't have it in my hand. So goes discard, then goes banish. And then we just find the first Zombie World that pops out. That'll be that one. And again, this is already going to be in play. Now, going first, this isn't going to do too much, except we do already have Rivalry stacked in behind us. So what we can do is, initially I'm looking at the Super Poly. We can maybe let our opponent try to play, at which point we could choose between Dragon Necro, since they will all be zombies regardless, or we can maybe choose of one of our other fusion traps before we activate the Rivalry or Warlords. If we activate Rivalry or Warlords, the only fusion trap that we have available to us will be the Sea Monster of Theseus, which is fine if they played 2 tuners, but I don't know who's just going to play 2 tuners. Now, I'm not too terribly sure why I kept shuffling, because honestly, that didn't make any sense that I would talk about the Super Poly, because I'm going to get rid of the... No, I'm going to send one from my deck. No, never mind. That's right. Banshee was from hand. I almost misplayed. That was awesome. So now we'll do the second effect. Target a monster on the field. Monsters we control cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Doesn't matter, guys. It's turn 1. We could attack him anyway. And again, the caveat here is zombie monsters still could. So even if we did go second, this would be fine. And if we do, we can now increase the target's level by 1 by sending one from our deck. So now we want the bloom to be gone. So again, I probably shouldn't have shuffled because it just means more. So this time I'm just going to like leave this over here. So now that we've sent the bloom to the discard pile and our Unizombie is level 5 for no reason, the bloom's effect is going to be able to activate. So now that it has been sent to the graveyard, we can banish this from the graveyard to either add a level 5 or higher from the deck to the hand, or Zombie World's active. We can go ahead and special summon that card instead. So banish it, and we're going to develop into Ballardrock. Now, since it's not Ballardrock's regular effect, bringing him back, we can go ahead and put him in attack position. Normally, he's brought back in defense position when reborning himself with Zombie World active in one of the field spells, or field zones, sorry. And additionally, it's any standby phase. I maybe didn't say that correctly during the deck profile. It says during the standby phase. It does not say your standby phase. It does not say the opponent's standby phase, just standby phase. So pick one. I choose theirs. And again, what we now have is we've got a pretty decently side of the field. Let's go ahead and see what turn 2 would get us. Turn 2 would get us impermanence, which is kind of cute. We throw a double back row. of these two face down. And this still gives us our Mizuki. So again, Mizuki is going to be our cost for the Super Poly, should it have to happen. And again, if they do kill off Ballardrock somehow, we can try to bring him back. If the Unizombie ends up going away, then we can end up bringing back the Unizombie and sending some more cards, developing up into another Ballardrock situation. There are some plays to move on from here. So this is actually a pretty good, like a really good little move right here. So I do like this one. I'm not displeased with that as a turn 1. Let's see what we could maybe do on a turn 2 going offensively. And again, just at this point, I got the best hand I could possibly get for a turn 1. If turn 2's hand is terrible, I'm not going to refilm this. I've been here a little while trying to get a good hand off the rip. And one thing I should really just consider doing is probably faking the draw rather than trying to go for the authenticity, because I don't think you guys care so much that it's authentic. I think you guys just want to see what the capabilities are, and maybe I'm just going about that the wrong way. I'm just filming until the hand comes out naturally. And again, I have a big problem with shuffling on camera. It seems like I always end up pulling my hands back. It's just more comfortable. I don't know. So that's enough of prattle. Let's go ahead and cut the deck a couple ways. And we're going to go second. And we're just going to pretend we played a goldfish. All they did was pass their turn. So there's our 5. If my hand can set it down. And then our draw 1. So let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. So we got Rivalry again. Not bad. We got Gozuki this time. We got an Effect Veiler. Not bad. We got Mizuki twice. That's a little concerning, actually. And then for our draw card, we got another Gozuki. So, again, we could easily set up into our field spell real quick. That's not even going to be an issue. All we're going to do is send summon Gozuki, and then during main phase, we'll use its effect. Go for Banshee. Banshee out when hits discard pile. And that'll get you into your zombie world. Zombie world plus your rivalry should be able to lock the opponent for a turn. It's just a shame about Mizuki's. I don't entirely enjoy them being in the hand like that. But hey, what are you going to do? We did get a good portion. We do have our soft locks, so there's always that. And I do... Whoops. Okay, one more. Cut. And then what we can do, again, let's just go ahead and set that rivalry. And actually, I'll just leave it face up because you guys know it's set. So what additionally can happen with this Gozuki is if it is sent to the graveyard, we can banish a zombie in the graveyard, accept him, and special summon another zombie from our hand. Again, we won't have that luxury right now. Unless we end up playing the Effect Veiler in between. Then Effect Veiler will be a zombie due to Zombie World. At which point we could develop into either another Gozuki or we could play a Mizuki. And if we do play a Mizuki, a fun thing to do would then be on turn 2. If we still have the Mizuki, play the other Gozuki. Pitch our Bloom from the deck, get Ballardrock on field. Link 2 into Vampire Sucker, and then we can actually use the Mizuki to resurrect the Gozuki back and get another play off of it. And again, I'm not sure at that point what you would want to throw. But again, it's all up to just you guys picking and choosing and making some choices. So a lot of this is just centrally playing off of what the first tosses are. And again, one of my favorite cards for this is just Unizombie, because as long as you got a target in your hand, which is like one of 6 cards between the 3 Banshees and the 3 Blooms, whichever one you have in the hand is fine. You always want to go Banshee first so we can develop the field spell, and then you want to go Bloom second because Bloom is what's going to get you Ballardrock. And once Ballardrock is boarded, you will have 2 monsters on field. You will have the ability to negate an effect. or banish a card based on an effect being activated. Your choice, guys. But you will be able to play from here. And then the rest is all just basically tech cards. It's Rivalry for a lockdown. It's Twin Twisters to help put some card into the discard pile while getting an effect. Super Poly, again, the best thing to load with a Super Poly is always going to be Mizuki because he's the only one that doesn't really say he has to be immediate. I guess this one doesn't say it's immediate either. This one can just be in the discard pile and activate, but it activates as a quick effect. So we could do this during the opponent's turn too. It's got a weird interaction like that. The impermanences are just good tech. It's really a lot of good tech that helps centralize around the idea of Ballardrock as your boss. Zombie World as a kind of a thing, with Rivalry and Super Poly really putting in a lot of effort for you. And again, as good as Super Poly is in this deck, you basically play one or the other. Like if you develop into the Warlords first, you hold off on the Super Poly, unless of course you have an empty field when you're performing the Super Poly, at which point you don't have a monster type available to you, so you can try to play one of anything. And then once Nether Soul Dragon hits field, it becomes a zombie. But at that point, you're also unlocked to playing any of your other fusion traps. So again, it's a very fun build. And there's tons of ways that you guys can go with this. You guys can put in Shiranui Solitaires. You guys could board it in Foolish Barrel if you wanted to have a 7th start spell that just starts throwing things for you. You guys could add in... what was that other one? I just talked about it. Jack of Balan. So there's just tons of things. Again, maybe you don't have the impermanences. Maybe we'll get those with the Cyber Strike structure deck this week. And at which point it's less of an argument of that card's not budget, because I think we can all budget $30 into some structure decks. And again, the time to invest in structure decks is release, because they only get more expensive as time goes on. So again, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that this test hands worked out. Clearly, test hand 1 worked way better than test hand 2. Test hand 2 shows a little bit more of the struggle that happens, which is why I go with the more organic, natural draws rather than just staging it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope it helped. If it did, and if you would like to support this channel, the easiest thing that doesn't cost you anything but a couple of seconds would be to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and then maybe let your friends know about the channel too. This way they can get introduced to this, and maybe it'll be fun for them as well. Outside of that, I've got one favor to ask of you guys, and it is a big one. Can you guys go out there and try to have a good day today? Seriously, go enjoy something. I'm literally going to go make myself a hot cup of tea right now because my throat is killing me. So that's going to be my bit of self-care today, and I'll see you guys on the next video, all right? Later.